You were performing last night. You were.
We were actually we were on my show last night. He did something.
Oh, okay. So sort of like a little bit. So he's dragging you into his show.
Yeah. Drag him everywhere. Non-stop. Great. Yeah. So we've been touring for years, you know. And that's why we decided to do a record, because...
Even longer than 12 years, I think.
Yeah. Is it longer than 12, is it?
So how has it taken you this amount of time, then, before you've done an album together?
I don't know, we just sort of never quite got round to it, but
we just ignore each other most of the time.
Yeah, turn up on the stage and do it. We thought, well, wait a minute, capture some of this onto a record. So we have, you know, at last. So I'm pleased to say we've got, as you said, a CD.
Yes, it is. What is it?
And a record.
It's a CD. This is it.
It's a lot of people don't know what those are these days.
There you go. I was going to say my kids might not know what a CD is,
Back in the day.
Vinyl, of course, is.
We might even have it on. May even be on vinyl at some point as well. So let's keep our fingers crossed. It's a good record for vinyl, I think, and all the tracks are quite short, so it all fits onto a vinyl record. So fingers crossed.
And how did you choose what pieces of music to put on this? Because obviously, I mean, you know, so many. You've got old favourites. You've got some new ones.
I think it was a mixture of, like, songs that we could have wrote together, because Jools and I did a couple of writing days together, and I must say Jools is the only person that I write with when I actually stand at the piano and write together. Usually people send me music and I kind of write lyrics at home.
Sort of on your own.
Yeah, but Jools and I have this good chemistry together, and we actually create songs there in the studio. So there's some new songs and a few favourites that we've been playing over the years, like our big band version of Tainted Love, for example, is on the album, and Hymn à l'amour, the Edith Piaf song, is on the album. We've been doing those in the shows for quite a few years.
Yeah.
So. Is that how you like to write, then, with somebody next to you? Or, I mean, is this...
Yes, and I think also the purpose, because Marc, I mean, is like Ruby Turner is part of our orchestra, Marc is very much part of it, and so we kind of we were writing, first of all, for the audiences that come to see us live.
Sure.
We're like sort of old-fashioned like that. That's what we're... And then you realise, well, he's got to make a record out of this stuff, because people like it, you know. So.
And they want to listen to it, not just when you're performing live as well.
Yeah, they can listen to the luxury of their homes or baths, any time of the day or night.
And you mentioned the big band version of Tainted Love, of course. It's a song that is synonymous with your career as well.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy playing that version rather than the original version, because it feels like it
feels new and exciting to me. I mean, it's great when you have the rhythm and blues orchestra behind you. It's fantastic, because they're a great sound, and it's a great arrangement of the song. And for me, it's just a whole new song. I think that there's always the original there, but I think it's great. It's a song that's been reinvented, and it's a classic song, I think. So it's nice that we've taken it away in a completely different version of it than the original one, and fans and people who come to the show seem to absolutely adore it. So
it's interesting, isn't it? We're celebrating 20 years of "Hit Me Baby One More Time," Jools, today. I'm sure you were aware of this.
This very morning.
It's a big celebration.
You wanted to mark the occasion.
Yes. But there are songs like that, and songs that your band released, The Squeeze, of course, that just stand the test of time. And it's interesting in a world where we don't talk about CDs as much anymore, of lots of disposable music that comes and goes so quickly because of streaming services, that these songs, every now and again, there's still these gems that sit there and sort of really resonate for years. Yeah,
I think that's right. But I think I think that is right. The songs are great, but I often think it's the singer, not the song.
Okay.
It's the way that Marc sings a song, or that brings it to connect it with people, or the way it needs to have a great singer sing a song. And I think then when they do that, then everybody knows a song. But I think it's the singer rather than the song that brings it to you.
So Britney made that the song that it is.
Yeah, that's right. I think if somebody else, she connected that to the people. That's right. 20 years ago today.
What a celebration! Happy birthday, Hit Me Baby.
You started at a really young age, didn't you? You were sort of playing the piano from being a child.
Yeah, I was lucky because my uncle showed me that. And I couldn't stop after that. So yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I think it's great if people have got music around the house and if anybody's got a piano out there who's watching, great.
Just get on there and do it. Because I have this thing that, I worry that schools aren't doing music as much, that for children growing up, there isn't as much introduction to instruments and things. You would have been involved with music at a young age as well.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to music from a very, very, very young age. I remember when I was about 9 or 10, my mum bought me a transistor radio, and I used to listen, that thing where you listen under the covers at night to the radio stations, you kind of the illegal ones. The illegal ones, the pirate ones, you listen to those. And I got a love of music from a very early age, discovering my parents' record collection, watching all pop shows on TV, listening to my transistor radio. So music I loved music right from the get-go. Really.
It's an interesting thing, because I played the piano at school. I was a music scholar, so I had to play, but I never was taught a love of music. Like, I sit and listen to Jools play the piano and think, that's how I'd love to be able to play piano. And I had music lessons all my life, and I can't do it. What's your advice to people if they've got kids that are keen or want to get into it? How do you give them the love of the music so it's not just about the process of going through scales and exams?
I think it's something you have to do for yourself. I mean, you have to, but I think it is really important to which they don't so much anymore, for some people that don't have that at home, to get encouraged at school to listen to music, to maybe listen to music that you wouldn't normally listen to, maybe it's jazz or classical music or something, as well, to sort of broaden your scope of what you're listening to. But I think the key when learning anything, and it doesn't matter whether it's music or whatever it is or certainly with music is the case, to play what you love. And because if you don't love it and you aren't fascinated by trying to work it out, then you're not going to sort of...
It just becomes a chore.
Exactly.
Unfortunately,
it's much easier when you're older, though, I think, because when you're older, you have more patience and you can sort of see how it sort of works out.
Maybe I should come back to it now.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Just keep playing as well. Every day, always do something. Listen to some music, try and play some music, or if you're a singer, try and sing as much as you can. Your voice has got to be exercised all the time.
Yes,
and you've got to... If you stop for like 6 months, take 6 months off, when you come back to singing again, it's a struggle. So you have to always, like with playing the piano or singing, you've got to do something every day, or listen to music, sing along to a song,
or even just
play
that's
something.
right, what Marc says, even just listening to music will improve your day. But the more you listen, the more you open up to stuff, you know.
Very honoured
But
today.
a real treat, because Jools and Marc are going to sing us out with some of the music from their new album. They're on tour at the moment. Where are you going to be?
We're going to be near you.
When you're ready, take it away, gents.
Thank you very much.
Black clouds always hanging over me. If only I could see through the grey. So much sadness, too many tears. Since you left, it's been that way. I go outside, the sun is